Welcome, it's Kimberly. I wanted to give you an update on some new energies that are coming in that are helping us to ascend a little faster. There's new energies that we can work with that'll help our ascension process even more. So I wanted to share that. For those of you who don't know me, I've been in the healing arts for more than 40 years. I'm a frequency alchemist, and my gift is being able to measure vibrational frequencies. If we can find out where we are on the map, then we can know how far we are away from our goals. So being able to measure and calibrate is the fastest way that I know of to know that we've gone from A to B or A to Z. And so what I wanted to share with you today was how quickly things are moving. Things are moving very, very fast, aren't they? I know when I first started my daily practice group meditation, we would do it, when we first did it, I think it was for 33 days. And as things start to accelerate, then we were only doing it for 27 days, and then we broke it down to 21 days, and we were doing that every month. And then Spirit said, no, let's do it every other month. And then we broke it down to 18 days, 16 days, and now Spirit has been guiding me to now do the MediClearing practice that we were doing every other month, to do it quarterly now, and it's only going to be for 12 days. In 12 days, we can accomplish so much and make such great strides and changes in such a fast amount of time now that we don't need to take these long periods of time. So things are happening very, very quickly now. And so that the next 12-day MediClearing practice is going to be on June 1st for 12 days. And so keep an eye out for that. Some other things that I've noticed are showing up. I was working with a client the other day who was bringing back a transmission from India. She had gone and visited a holy mountain that was a very sacred place that was the embodiment of this divine masculine energy. I don't remember the name of the mountain, and even if I did, I'm sure I would butcher it. But at any rate, the energies and the frequency was so powerful and so strong. And it was a different kind of masculine energy than I felt in the past. I know that masculine energy is generally, that outward energy that gets things done. It's the energy of the mind. It creates structures and logic. And so that's all very important and very true. But there was this new palpable energy that I could feel that was very grounded, very confident, very certain, very still, which would be more like patience, that can really hold the space. So if that masculine energy is holding the space of the container, then that allows the feminine energy to flow through this space that now feels safe and certain and confident. And so that's how those two energies can really work together. And when there is that container available for this feminine energy to flow through, then the two can really work in harmony together to really magnetize and attract and create what it is you're creating in your life, what it is you're manifesting when those two are in balance. So this is one of the energies that we're really going to focus on in the next 12-day MediClearing practice that we're going to be doing. So in the evening, there's a foundational group, there's an advanced group. And these more advanced energies that are coming in is what we're going to be practicing in the advanced group. So those of you who have been joining us for that, I wanted to let you know a little bit about these energies that are coming in. So one is this really more palpable masculine energy that everyone has, masculine and feminine energies. They should be in balance. There's another thing that I'm going to be working on. I've been already working with clients doing this because I've experienced it myself in those 4 months that I was in Europe. This clearing of open past lives and open soul extensions. So in the past, we've been focused, or even people in general have been focused on clearing childhood wounds and, all this stuff from the past in this lifetime. And then, all of those traumas. And then a lot of us moved into clearing past lives. And because we had cleared so much in this lifetime, well, like what else is there to clear these past lives? And so now there's an even more advanced way of clearing these past lives and open soul extensions, which I'll explain in a minute. But these past lives, so when we realize that there is no time in that time is not linear, these past lives can exist simultaneously. And so what I've been able to discover is, and calibrate and measure, is how many open past lives are bleeding into this lifetime and creating problems. And then the same thing can be done for these open soul extensions. So we have 12 extensions of our soul that exist simultaneously on different dimensions. And if any of these are on the darker side, like for myself, I cleared some dark sorcerer soul extension and past lives, that it can really create problems in this lifetime, and can, like in my case, it's created a lot more of hiding energy and not really coming out with my gifts the way that, and the stepping into the power of my gifts. So this is part of the shift that I'm currently even going through. So accessing more of my deep intuition, that infinite intelligence. So now this is a new thing that working with clients that I'm able to do is find these open past lives and soul extensions and clear these. And I'll give you an example of a gentleman I was working with the other day, and there were 3 of these extensions that were open. So 2 were he was still in servitude. So he was in prison, the other he was in service. But in both of these cases, there was this deep inability to forgive himself. And then in the second lifetime, being in servitude and feeling like he could never forgive himself for what he had done. We discovered what he had done, and it was something very horrible that he couldn't forgive himself for. And so we worked with this and were able to clear these lifetimes. But I found it was interesting that he was in prison in both of these lifetimes because of having to pay a debt. So he owed a debt for these things that he had done wrong, but couldn't forgive himself. And so the thing about how to get out of debt, how to get him out of debt, all related to being able to create forgiveness in his heart, being able to forgive himself. In the second situation, he was basically under a spell by AI, and they made him do all these horrible things. And so it wasn't really even his fault. So he was able to forgive himself, and so that was very fascinating. And then in the third lifetime, where he was being used basically as a battery pack, he had oceans of grief and sadness. And AI was basically tapping into this lifetime and siphoning off all those dark energies, and sort of basically keeping him in a prison-like state. So we were able to clear all of those energies. And so this just happened yesterday, in fact. So I'm excited to see how this all unfolds. So this is some new ways that we're able to work with all of the stuff that we've got to clear out of our basements so that we can live these more empowered lives, and we can embody more of the light frequency, which is what enables us to ascend into these higher frequencies. So the goal is to bring as much of our humanness into our bodies while ascending and being in these high light frequencies. So it's quite a fascinating journey, and I never get tired of it. Never gets old, being able to discover all these new things that are coming down the pike that I can share with you. So speaking of things that are coming down the pike, we have our 12-day MediClearing practice that will start on June 1st. And that's going to include the next 2 monthly ascensions. So I've been doing on Facebook and simultaneously on YouTube. It was Friday's Inspiration. Every Friday we do a clearing. Well, now we're doing that whole process as part of a membership. And so we're going to be doing it always on the first Thursday of every month. So in June, it will be on June 1st. And in July, it'll be on July 6th. So the first Thursday of every month, we're going to be doing a group MediClearing. And the theme is going to relate all about money, finances, abundance mostly, but more of a focus, abundance financially and with our businesses so that we can be more successful. So that is very exciting to be able to bring that. It seems like it's one of those things that most people tend to be struggling with, is money and finances. So it's amazing how big a shift you can make when these frequencies are raised into these higher realms where then you start attracting from those higher frequencies. And it's amazing what starts to happen, what you start to bring in, more clients, better paying clients, or more aligned clients. And so we'll see how that all goes for all of you. I'm looking forward to that. And so the next 12-day MediClearing also starts on June 1st, and it's going to be bookended with the June 1st MediClearing and the July 6th MediClearing. So look for all the details under this video, and you'll be able to see what it is that the next journey we're going to embark on. I'm really excited about it. So I hope you'll look into it and join us because it's going to be a great ride in a very short amount of time, 12 days. We're just going to put pedal to the metal and really make some great progress very quickly. All right, until next week, have a blessed week. Namaste.